support to their development projects, infrastructure projects. BJP as a regional party has been a votary of federal rights. So in this particular aspect, what is your take? Is the central government adequately supporting in the coming years? Do we have adequate resources to meet the target?
So support is in two forms. One is direct fund allocation. Second is in terms of framework enabling private sector investments to happen in the region. In some states, they are more focused on trying to get direct grants. Yes, Andhra Pradesh also, as per the Bifurcation Act, we have to get certain financial grants. That in due process is happening. But what we are equally excited about is Government of India's support for us to attract investments to the state of Andhra Pradesh. So I'll give an example of it. ArcelorMittal steel project, right? So there were 2-3 specific asks where Government of India intervention was required. And under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister and our Honorable Chief Minister, we actually got it done. So a project of that scale, that magnitude, 17 plus million metric tons per annum capacity, we were able to get environmental clearance, the whole 9 yards, grounded in 18 months. Same thing with our entire Google data city that we're building out. Right? So we championed certain changes like permanent establishment, so on and so forth, so that India can be the hub for data center capacity for the world. So that's where Andhra gained. So I look at it from two prongs. One is, of course, there will be grants that we would like to get, and every state would like to get more. No second thoughts about it. But parallelly, what is equally important is the support that we're getting in building the entire private ecosystem. So if you look at it, Amaravati, we've received funds. Polavaram, being a national project, has received the grants. We're going to finish Polavaram this term. No second thoughts about it. Then, we got Google, we were able to clinch Google, ArcelorMittal. We have 760 such projects at a large and mega scale that we're tracking real time. And which once we get, and we'll ground them this year. And that itself will catapult Andhra Pradesh and the entire economic engine, which was otherwise stalled by the previous administration.
The Finance Commission report has been submitted. So in the Finance Commission process, have you made any special?
So I don't have any special access to the report, so I have not read the report. So on a report that I have not read, I can't offer my comments.
Okay, sir, I have one last question. So what will be the fate of other entities that like Visakhapatnam now? How do you transition to bring it back to Amaravati?
It never went anywhere. So the sad part was the former Chief Minister brought in a bill called for 3 capitals, and he himself took back the bill, and then ended up confusing himself and the entire state and the country. Because the court said you cannot move, you have to be here, because there's a sovereign agreement between the state and the farmers. So he was unable to move anything. But what has happened is 5 years of time got wasted. So as your colleague just said, costs have increased. It's always cheaper to build any road today than tomorrow. So that was the challenge. So we are very firm on Amaravati. We're getting all the projects are getting executed at the pace that probably India has never seen. And I would urge all our friends here to come visit us once every 3 months. You will be amazed to see. So for the colleague,
Last time we went there, I think from Delhi also we visited Amaravati. It was at High Court floors were at the very final stage of construction.
So you should come again once every 3 months and see it. For the senior journalists here, you have seen Hyderabad, who have seen Hyderabad. And when you would visit once in 3 months or 6 months, back between 94 and 2004, you would see Hyderabad transforming every 3 months. Similar magic is happening, but at a very different scale in Amaravati, in Visakhapatnam, in Rayalaseema. So, a few of your colleagues have seen the projects that are coming up in Rayalaseema and various ecosystem. And it's just transformative.
So I have visited Amaravati last year, and like your urban development minister as well. So a lot of these meetings were happening at Vijayawada. So I have 3 questions particularly. First off, okay, you've set the timeline for 2 years. in terms of the development, especially the blueprints for the legislative and the secretariat look amazing. So how do we go about in terms of 2 years making Amaravati a capital city in competition with Hyderabad or any other metro city? Why would someone want to move to Amaravati? What would be the incentive, especially in terms of employment? Second, you've spoken of it as the quantum valley. What is this? How are we looking at making Amaravati a quantum valley? And third, since it is on the banks of the river Krishna, is there a Krishna conservation plan in mind?
Now, to your first question, if you look at it, we don't look at Amaravati merely as a, judicial or, an executive or legislative capital alone. We look at Amaravati being the economic engine that will drive Andhra Pradesh. That has been our approach. So if you look at it, even between 14 and 19, our Chief Minister, Mr. Naidu, ended up getting SRM, VET and few other education institutions because they play a very important role in building the ecosystem. Then we now got hospitals, we got hotels coming in. Then we got the entire quantum ecosystem that's getting built out. And quantum is the next phase of computing. That we are...
It takes up a lot of energy as well.
Oh, energy is plenty in Andhra Pradesh. Because we are big on renewables, solar, wind, pump storage projects, we have tons of energy. And data centers take a lot more energy. And again, this is at the beginning of the technology curve, right? So as technology matures, energy efficiency is coming in. And we're seeing new next generation chips which are consuming a lot less energy than their predecessors. So it's an evolution process. But then as a state, we're betting on certain sectors, and those sectors in certain zones. So quantum coming to Amaravati, next generation manufacturing coming to Amaravati. And that has been the focus. And no second thoughts about it. And we see Amaravati being an economic engine, one of the economic engines of Andhra Pradesh. So if you look at it, we have three economic engines. One is the Visakhapatnam economic region, which is your northern Andhra. Your central Andhra is called Amaravati economic region, and your southern Andhra is called Tirupati economic region. There are three economic regions with three clear blueprints with specific sectors as focus. Now I can talk about it all day because I'm the chair of creating 2 million jobs. So it's a huge project that we're doing which requires a lot of planning in terms of social ecosystem, education, manufacturing, testing, so on and so forth. And we're building this ecosystem through and through the entire state. So we are doing something that I believe that India has not seen. So imagine we are building a glass city which is going to be a world-class manufacturer of just glass, which only two places in the world. One is Germany, which is known for it, and the other one is China. And we are attempting it. From mine to glass, because we have silica resources also. So that has been our approach. So we see this as an economic, one of the economic regions. As far as River Krishna is concerned, of course we are going to protect. No second thoughts about it. We are going to follow all the regulations that are laid forward in spirit, and we will protect River Krishna. I think Nidhi has the last question. No, one second. One second.
You said that you acquired land and you'll be completing the city in the next 3 years.
Yes.